What's up guys, we're back with another video. For today, I'm going to be talking about the sponsored collabs Overwatch has done over the years. Collabs are a neat little thing Overwatch does from time to time. In the future, your favorite piece of media can now become intertwined with the Overwatch canon, which is probably not something you want to be associated with. But hey, sometimes the skins look good. That's what this video is going to be. Which collabs are the best and which are the worst. I initially thought there weren't a ton of collabs, considering I first thought that they were an exclusive Overwatch 2 thing, but I forgot there's actually more than I expected. For example, Overwatch 1 had a couple obscure collabs back in the day, so I'm gonna include those too. I'm probably gonna update this video in the future when they do more collabs, along with the inevitable Skibidi Toilet collab. Listen, if it happened in PUBG and Fortnite, it's definitely in the cards for Overwatch to do the same thing. They've done some pretty stupid stuff before. I won't put it past them. Come back to this video when it happens so I can say I was right. Let's get it. We got the Luka Donkey collab. Yes, I'm counting this. This is the first collab I'm putting on the list, and it's the worst one so far. I bet you didn't expect this collab. But yes, it's technically a collab. No skins and no nothing. You only really got 77 loot boxes, which is kind of cool. Thank you, Luka. I think from the virtue of this not having anything to it, it's, again, the worst collab. It's just loot boxes, but it's pretty generous. 77 loot boxes. Like, it felt like that. It did not feel like 77 as I was playing through the challenges. But yeah, it's the worst collab, but it wasn't really trying to be anything more, which is fine. Like, what would you want from this collab? Like, imagine if somebody got a skin inspired from Luka himself, where they're just wearing his jersey. So, it's the worst collab, but it's cool. Loot boxes are awesome. Okay, now we have the Porsche collab. Another weird out of nowhere collab. How many people who aren't big streamers own a Porsche? I can't even afford milk. I can't even afford groceries. The skin is pretty cool though. And it's a cool little look for Diva. Her little bob. It's cute. I like it. But that's basically it. They had a Farah skin too, but it wasn't also kind of whatever. Just kind of a weird out of nowhere collab. I don't get it. I mean, get that bag, Overwatch. It doesn't matter, but like, cool skin, I guess. Next up, we got the Gentle Monster collab. It was another small scale thing, another Diva skin, and it just happens to be a recolor of EDM Diva. It was mainly a promotional thing to sell the expensive glasses that look cool, but are kind of goofy at the same time. So yeah, it's just a reskin for a set of expensive sunglasses that you're probably never gonna wear. Alright, now we're on to the actual collabs of Overwatch. So I think the worst one would probably be the One Punch Man collab. I think a couple people would agree with me. I do remember around the time this happened, a lot of people were kind of making fun of the skins, saying it was kind of a half-hearted attempt to translate the characters into the game. And I kind of agree, although the Soldier skin is kind of peak. There's nothing better than this. We got the Kiriko skin, which looks okay. It does the job, slightly resembling Tatsumaki. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I don't watch One Punch Man. Although it's just a black recolor of the base Kiriko skin outfit with a $30 Walmart wig. Doomfist is also pretty cool, and it's kind of fitting. He got the actual skin for it. You got some cool icons and banners from it, but overall, I think it was a lukewarm collab. It was a good first attempt to do the whole cross promotion thing in Overwatch 2, but I think this needed to happen for all the other collabs to be way better. This was just the baby steps. They're getting their toes in the water. It's okay. Alright, next one is a bit of an oldie, the Lego collab. Yup, I'm including the Overwatch Lego collab. It's pretty weird that Overwatch had a Lego collab in the first place, but I mean, Overwatch was pretty popular around this time. It makes sense. People like Legos, people like Overwatch. Why not, you know? The only skin released for this was Lego Bastion, and it's amazing. It's a freaking great skin. It makes sense because when you kill regular Bastion, he just bursts into a bunch of pieces just like a Lego. The skin itself has become pretty rare and sought after because it was only available for a week during the Lego Bastion challenge. You even have freaking losers selling accounts for the skin. When I was searching for Lego Bastion pictures on Google, the next result is people selling their accounts. Be for real, bruv. The next collab on the list is the Nerf collab. Another toy collab. This was not expected. And I remember for the season trailer, people saw the Nerf gun, but they thought it was just like an Easter egg. People thought it was going to be like a TV show or a game getting the collab for the season. But no, it was a collab with Nerf. So yeah, unexpected, and again, a little weird for Overwatch to do. I don't know what the audience overlap for Overwatch and Nerf guns is, but I guess it's just enough for both companies to collaborate and get some money. They had a bunch of weapon skins for Bap, Soldier, Genji, and Cassidy got a whole new skin. He looks like Steve Buscemi from that one meme. How do you do, fellow kids? And his highlight intro is just freaking phenomenal. Look at this expression. Perfect. But it's a small scale collab, just one skin with a bunch of weapon skins, so nothing too big. Alright, next up we have Gundam Wing. I have no idea what a Gundam Wing is, so I'm gonna come off sounding like a huge tourist. I'm so sorry. But this was an okay collab. A lot of people really like the Mercy skin for being a bit different from the others, and I can see it. People were like, give us a Mercy skin that doesn't look cute. And here it is. She's a robot. There's a Reaper and Soldier skin in the collab too, but Ramattra's probably looks the best out of them all. The mecha robot design just fits him so well. I can't really comment on how the skins fit in relation to the heroes they picked, but they look cool. I think they did a good job, but it still kind of lacks the wow factor for me personally. Alright, World of Warcraft. It's kind of funny Blizzard can just collab with themselves. Like, that's such a funny concept. I have never played World of Warcraft, by the way, so my knowledge on this is a bit limited, but judging from the Ryan and Widow skins, they fit their heroes pretty well design-wise. They translated pretty well too. Like, it looks kind of one-to-one. The Torb skin is kind of disappointing though, because it's just a reskin of a previous Torb skin, and I thought Zen's was a simple recolor before taking a closer inspection to it. It is slightly different from regular Zen, but it is a goofy look for Zen though, so that's nice. The Widow and Ryan skins definitely carry the collab though. Since I talked about this collab, it's best to talk about the other World of Warcraft collab they did that I think is personally better. Here we have the Genji skin, the Symmetra skin, and the original Torb skin, and they look freaking amazing. I think both of these skins are pretty rare too, so that's neat. He's purple for a beautiful reason. But overall, yeah, I think it's way better than the second WoW collab. Avatar. Okay, so these next collabs are pretty good. I think they really upped the collab game with the skins, and most of them, for the most part, ever since One Punch Man, look pretty good. It's gonna be hard talking about what's wrong with them since most of the content is pretty great. There was even a sick animation this collab came out with, and I just love when Overwatch does this. It's always a pleasure to see oh my god, it's a Kiriko skin, oh my god. I'm gonna rip off my skin, oh my god, it's a Kiriko skin. This was around the time Kiriko hate was really ramping up, but I guess she always has been hated on, and it just started to gain more traction. It was mainly because collabs really like her. Like, Kiriko's gotten that special treatment, and she's just always in a collab. We have the Genji skin, Orisa skin, a Zen skin. Oh my god! People freaked out about this. A Venture skin, and it's good. All these skins are pretty faithful and detailed. They even threw in a free Epic Amaze skin for people who didn't get their paychecks yet. Cowboy Bebop. Beep pop bop. Okay. I vividly remember the discourse around this collab. I think it's a good collab, but I remember everybody was freaking crying about it. People were like, people really expected the Overwatch team to put Spike Spiegel into the freaking game. But yeah, people were just dogging on this collab, thinking the skins are horrible. They're not even that bad. The skins are actually pretty good. People's expectations for the collab just didn't line up, and I'm guessing that's why nobody really liked it. In my opinion, I think these skins look awesome. I guess Cassidy does look a little bit goofy, but it's still pretty faithful to Spike's design. We have Cassidy, Ashe, Ball, Mauga, and Sombra. Ashe's skin is probably the best. She looks pretty good, and she pretty much is basically just Faye from the show. And it really sucks that people wrote off the collab for not being exactly what they wanted. Although I don't see that complaint so much anymore. I think they've gotten way better at portraying different characters in the game. Diablo 4. Okay, so I've also never played a Diablo game in my life, but I can say these skins were pretty sick, and it's another great collab. It's another instance where Blizzard just collabs with themselves, so that's pretty cool. The Morio skin is obviously the best one, but the Reinhardt one is pretty swag too. We even got a Pharah skin and the Ball skin. Pretty interesting design for Ball, but it looks pretty cool. I like it. It's detailed. Fun fact, the skin for Ball has jiggle physics. I don't know what you're gonna do with that information, but yeah, good collab. Transformers, another really good collab. We have Optimus Ryan, Ramatra, Ilari, and Bastion. I think this is a great collab alone for the Bumblebee Bastion intro. The best skin here just has to be Ryan's. They did such a great job with him. He just embodies Optimus Prime. The little animation they did for the collab was peak too. A little bit sad that Ramatra's skin is probably the worst one. It just doesn't look that good compared to everybody else's. Hopefully they do him justice in other future collabs. But yeah, this is good collab. This is very good. Alright, next up we have Persona 5, and hot take, I think the skins in this collab are pretty good. The only thing making this collab not peak are the hero choices. A lot of people have talked about how some of the heroes just don't fit with the characters they portray. I freaking agree with that. Like, come on now. I know you're trying to make money, but, you know, just give other heroes other skins. Like, come on. Other heroes exist in this game. Another Mercy skin, huh? It's really funny seeing a skin like this in Overwatch. Like, imagine coming back to Overwatch after a couple years, only to be greeted with Gimp Suit Mercy. Again, I love these skins, they did such a good job, but their hero choices are what bug me. You're telling me Genji deserved this skin over Junkrat? Like, it's not even biased. Like, so many people thought this character would have fit him so well. The best skin has to be Wu Ying's though, and the highlight intros are pretty banger. Like, they're just straight up murdering this baby Pachimari. Alright, next up we have Street Fighter. Pretty banger collab. This was a collab I did not expect happening, because they collab with TV shows and animes, but I don't think they've really collabed with a game that's not made by Blizzard. So pretty huge. They have a whole 8 heroes in this collab. We have Juno, Sigma, Soldier, Winston, Kiriko, Widowmaker, Zen, and Hanzo. The Juno skin and Widowmaker skin are peak. I think they're the best ones in this collab. Sigma's is pretty cool too. Like, he just embodies this character super well. And I think Sigma's is pretty good at portraying evil characters in general. It reminds me a lot of the season 4 mythic he had, where he was just a space emperor. It's got that same energy, that same vibe. I'm not gonna lie though, this collab clearly has way too many skins. It's obvious some skins have more effort put into them over other ones, like Zen and Soldier, which kind of just like, they just look like recolors. My Hero Academia. Ooh wee. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this collab. I remember waking up and just freaking out because I was like, oh my god, they did it. Oh my god. It's so good. The skins look amazing and they fit the heroes pretty well. Juno's is the best skin by far. The skin fits Juno so well. I just see the skin as another default skin for Juno. Like, this collab, it's like this freaking collab was made specifically for Juno. We also have Ryan, Reaper, Tracer, and good collab, one of the best ones in my opinion. It's just a little bit biased too, because I do like My Hero, and it's one of the only animes I actually do show interest in. But yeah. Okay, we're on to the last collab, the best collab that they've ever done, point blank, period, freaking of all time, Le Seraphim. It's the best one. Like, there's no argument for this. Unless they come out with another banger collab where all the skins are just S tier, this is gonna be the best collab, like, ever. I remember thinking it was so cool. Like, at that point, I've never heard of Le Seraphim, so it was just so nice to have the game introduce me to this K-pop group. The song is such a banger too, like Perfect Night. I was spinning that. That was in my rotation for the whole year after that, and I still listen to it to this day. It's such a good song. The best thing about this collab has to be the music video they did with the group members. It sucks because this was the last ever cinematic that Overwatch made before changing the art style to something a little bit less expensive. There was even a free Junkrat skin you could get. So you had the the special game mode that was out during this time. Concert Clash. This was horrible. This was my least favorite part about it, if I'm being honest. You needed 50 wins and I would lose every single match. I kept pushing just to grab the Junkrat skin, but I don't think I would have done that if I knew they were just gonna bring back the skin 2 years later. Yeah, there was a wave 2 with a whole new batch of skins. These skins look just as good too. Ilari's getting some love, which is really swag, but in my opinion, I think wave 1 just it's got nostalgia for me. I'm gonna be a little bit biased, but the first collab they did with Le Seraphim would just hold a special place in my heart, because that was a pretty good time for Overwatch in my opinion. Wave 2 had some recolors too that don't really hold a candle, but they're cool nonetheless. Did you know La Seraphim had a concert at the last BlizzCon event? That sounds like a ton of fun, and way better than having DJ Khaled perform. Yes, that happened too. But yeah, those are all the collabs, me sort of semi-ranking them and giving them my honest thoughts and opinions. I hope they collab with Sonic someday. They collab with Persona. Persona's owned by Sega. Sega makes Sonic games. It would just make sense. But yeah, I really hope that happens. What are some collabs you guys want to see in Overwatch? Put your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. If you hate me and want me to die, put that in the comments too. Yeah, let's get a conversation going. Let's talk a little bit. I read all the comments. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for reaching this far. These videos are super fun to make, and I'm really happy you guys are supporting me. But yeah, I'm gonna end off the video here. I love you all. Thank you for your support, and bye. Mwah.